Okay, today we are going to make some of Parsimonious Piper's blend Secondhand Bookshop. If you had seen my VR to Flat Cap Piper for his GAW, you saw me make a blend that was 50% Darkfire Kentucky, 37.5% Virginia, and we did a variation of the Red Virginia and the Yellow Virginia, and the last 12.5% was Perique. We did those two blends side by side. I personally felt that the Yellow Virginia version of that was my preference. I think I'm learning that I'm not a huge fan of the Red Virginia in some contexts. In that context, it wasn't bad, but the Yellow Virginia definitely won out in that regard. So today I'm going to make some Secondhand Bookshop, which is 50% Kentucky, 25% Burley, 12.5% Virginia, and 12.5% Perique. And I'm going to do another Virginia variation on this side by side. So we're going to do two pressings today. I'm going to do an 8-gram concoction. And with the last blend, the entire 8 grams did not fit into the mini press. So there was some left over. We'll make sure that we do that again so that we can taste it pressed and unpressed. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to start with the blend's original recipe, which is using Red Virginia based on what I have written down from Parsimonious Piper. So we're going to start with the Darkfire Kentucky. Because we're doing an 8-gram blend, we're going to start off with 4 grams of Darkfire. All right, blending Burley. 25%, so that's going to be another 2 grams. There we go. Red Virginias. Just 1 gram of this, and 1 gram of Perique. Now this stuff is not a pleasant smell. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend this up in a quick blender, and then we'll come back and press it. All right, here we are, all blended together. Let's go ahead and prep the press. So again, I don't expect all of this to fit based on my last pressing experiment. Gotta have enough room to get the top part in. All right, there we go. There's the Red Virginia blend. Let's go ahead and do the Yellow Virginia version. All right, let's do the second blend with a Yellow Virginia instead of a Red Virginia, starting with the Darkfire Kentucky. 50% Darkfire is a very stout, strong blend. Packs quite a bit of a nick hit, and the fact that I'm adding another 25% Burley is going to pop the nick hit on this even more. So these are going to be interesting. Burley. Okay, now that we have that weighed out, let's blend it. All right, here we are. Next, let's go ahead and prep our press. All right, there we go. There's the yellow Virginia blend. All right, here's the finished product. We have the original Secondhand Bookshop made with red Virginia and a variation using yellow Virginia. We're going to let these sit in the mini presses for a week. We'll come back, open these up, and we'll give them a taste test. Okay, welcome back. It's been 1 week in the mini press. Let's go ahead and open these up, and then we will smoke these all side by side. We'll try the loose versus the cake, and then we'll try both of them side by side and see what we think. This is, again, Secondhand Bookshop. This is one of Parsimonious Piper's personal blends. I did something recently that was very similar. This time I added Burley into the mix based on Parsimonious Piper's blend recipe. I hope I do it justice. So let's take a look at this one at a time. Starting with the version with the red Virginias, and this is the version that is true to Parsimonious Piper's blend. Beautiful. Okay, let's open up the other one. There we go. All right, let's cut these up. So again, best practice is to let a pressing age for at least a week in a tin or a jar, and they will expand back out. There's a springiness to the tobacco leaves. All right, there we go. There's the red. Here's the yellow. Okay, there we go. 2 piles of deliciousness. So I'm gonna pack up the red in some Missouri Meerschaum Legends, and I'm gonna pack up the yellow in some Dr. Graybows in honor of Paladin Piper's month of Dr. Graybow. Here we go. I'll do the pressed in the black stem here. Because of the chunkiness, you can pack this in because there's a lot of air that can mix in around this with the big chunks in there. And here's the loose. There we go. So the loose is in the amber stem Meerschaum, Missouri Meerschaum, corn cob, and the yellow. I'll do the pressed in the Omega here with the fancy stem. All right, guys, there we go. We got the red and the yellow Secondhand Bookshop, pressed versus loose. Let's go ahead and light them up. All right, welcome back to my lab. We are now going to taste the Secondhand Bookshop variations that you just saw me open. Let's give it a try. We're gonna start with the yellow Virginia version first, because I'm expecting it to be lighter, and then we'll do the red. Loose first, then pressed on both, and then we'll try them side by side to see if I can find a preference between the two. Here we go. So I put the yellow in the corn cobs. This is the loose with the amber stem. Let's give it a shot. Definitely different than the previous blend I did that did not include any Burley. The Burley just brings a more earthy, nutty tone to it. The nick hit on that last blend attempt was pretty strong on the second bowl. I smoked through a bowl, started into the second one, and I started feeling it. I'm expecting this to be a little stronger because the Burley brings a little more nick with it than the Virginias did in the previous blend. So again, this is 50% Darkfire Kentucky, 25% Burley, 12.5% Virginia, and 12.5% Perique. The Virginia in this blend is the yellow bright Virginia, and we made a second version with red Virginia. It's a very nice smoke. Spicy. The Darkfire Kentucky just has a great profile to it. It's strong. You know you're smoking Darkfire. But the other components bring interest to it. There's the nuttiness from the Burley, a little sweetness from the Virginia, and an underlying tone from the Perique. Let's try the press, see what we think. Coffee. All right. I'm already getting a sweeter tone off the false light here. If you've been following my pressing videos, that's probably the main difference that I'm noticing with pressing a blend versus loose, is that the sweeter notes come forward for me. Yeah, just that slight difference. The bright yellow Virginias come forward a little more. Everything else is about the same. I think I'm going to have to make a little bit more of the previous blend without the Burley and try it next to this. I smoked through all of that last blend because I enjoyed it so much, and now I'm curious. Anyway, we'll focus on this today. I do have leftovers of both of these. Yeah, just a little sweeter. Okay, so this is the version with the yellow Virginias. Let's break out the version with the red Virginias. I did these in the Greybeaux. Greybeaux Savoy has the loose. Greybeaux Omega has the cake. Starting with the loose. The red Virginias just really bring a yeasty, bready note into it. It's nice with the Burleys. I can see why Parsimonious Piper landed on this version of the blend. It's good. That's really good. Darkfire Smoky, Burley Nutty, bready, yeasty reds with the Perique in there. I need to train my palate better to identify the Perique, but I'm sure it's adding a nice undertone that kind of brings everything together. All right, let's do the cake and see if we can't find a difference there. Here we go. Yep, just a little sweeter. Makes the Virginias shine just a little bit more than the loose version. Yeah. It just has that bready note to it, but a little sweet. Really shines on the retrohale. Huh. I'm going to go back to the yellow, see if I can't find a preference. So this is the Yellow Virginia pressed. Of the two, I like the pressed better with the yellow. That extra little sweet note pleases my palate. It's nice. Of the reds, I think I like the loose version better. The extra sweetness kind of downplays the nutty, earthy breadiness that you get more prominently with the non-pressed version. But that's good. I like the yellow pressed. Let's go back to the loose red coffee. It's fun how different they are. I would smoke these in different moods. Bready, nutty, yeasty, bready, spicy, the dark fire, the smokiness. Okay, the yellow pressed and the red loose are the clear winners in these two experiments. They're different enough that I can't say that I prefer one over the other between the red and the yellow, because I would smoke them on different occasions for different moods or occasions. They're different enough that they would serve their own purposes. Well, I'm going to enjoy smoking through these 4 bowls here. I probably won't do it all today, but they will get smoked because they are all very enjoyable. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, joining me for this experience. It's been great playing around with these loose blends, pressing loose and experiencing those. I need to sit down and smoke through all of them individually. I have not yet done that. So that's on the to-do list. I'm sure I'll be sharing that with you as I go. So remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Bye for now.